GOP-led states expand crackdowns on transgender care. Wow. You're just telling me now for the first time. South Carolina's legislature is poised to pass a bill prohibiting doctors from offering some healthcare services to transgender minors, part of a new wave of anti-trans legislation from Republican-led states. South Carolina bill, which passed the state House of Representatives in January and is under consideration in the Senate, would bar healthcare providers from performing gender transition surgery, prescribing puberty-blocking drugs, and overseeing hormone treatments for patients under 18. It would also mandate that school officials notify parents of a student's transgender identity and block the state Medicaid program from paying for gender-affirming care to patients under the age of 26. Hello? You know, in most states, you have to be 21 to smoke cigarettes now. Do you know that? You have to be 18 to enlist in the military. Did you know that? Bet you did. I bet you did know that. Yeah. So why is suddenly 26 the new age of majority? You can go to a titty bar at 18, but God forbid you want to start taking estrogen or testosterone and trans your gender. You have to be almost 30 now, apparently. Does that make me a young transitioner in comparison? Oh, geez. I don't know. Nationwide, high-profile Republicans, including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, have made crackdowns on transgender rights central to their political agendas, which has helped encourage state-level legislation that critics call bigoted. 23 states had passed laws restricting gender-affirming care as of the end of February, according to KFF. Anya Marino, director of LGBTQI equality at the National Women's Law Center, a nonprofit that advocates for women's rights, said apart from the legal concerns some of these bills raise, she also worries about other consequences, including acts of violence against transgender people. Wow. All that puberty to block at age 27. Yeah, I know, right? When you hit 27, you're just starting puberty. That's why you need the puberty blockers at age 26. Yep. It's part of a larger objective to control people through body policing to determine how they love and how they navigate their daily lives, Marino said. South Carolina and Virginia are the only two states in the South that haven't passed laws or policies limiting youth access to gender-affirming care, according to KFF. Republican-led legislatures in other states are advancing bills to restrict medical care and access to public restrooms for transgender people, so-called bathroom bills that have been heavily criticized by Democrats and transgender people. Yeah, we talked about the bathroom bills a couple weeks ago. In January, Utah passed a law modeled after the Women's Bill of Rights created by the conservative nonprofit Independent Women's Law Center. The bill establishes strictly biological definitions for male, female, and other terms related to sex that don't include gender identities like non-binary and trans. Ooh, we just talked about this. Wow. Throwback. Similar bills are under consideration in Arizona, Georgia, Idaho, Iowa, New Mexico, and West Virginia. Last year, leaders in Kansas, Montana, Nebraska, and Oklahoma approved versions of the policy through legislations or executive order. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster, a Republican who signed a 2022 law that bans transgender students from playing girls' or women's sports in public schools and colleges, said at a January news conference that he thought the transgender health care bill was a good idea. If children, quote, want to make those decisions later when they are adults, then that's a different story, McMaster said, but we must protect our young people from making irreversible errors. So you don't become an adult until 27 now? Oh, geez. The age gap discourse on Twitter is about to get so much more intense. South Carolina Senate Democrat leader Brad Hutto said the point of the bill is to boost Republican fundraising and predicted it would face immediate legal challenge if it became law. It's clearly a far-right agenda item that doesn't have anything to do with reality or facts, he said. It's just red meat for that segment of the far right. Yeah. I mean, that's what we say about all of these, right? Is that it's literally just so that they can appeal to a certain side of their base. That's literally it. That's the whole thing. Oh. Uh-oh. This article is not available for syndication due to republishing restrictions. If you have questions about the availability of this or other content for republication, please contact the website. I'm not going to do that. I know this may come as a shock to you, but if it's on the internet, people are going to read it.